Greetings, mortals, I am the Fallen Shogun, and welcome back to Throwback Thursday, the series where we go back in time to look at previously old games. Today's throwback is Robocraft. I haven't touched this game properly in 5, 6, 7 years, maybe longer, I don't know when it came out. Just saw it on my list and thought I'll give it a try. Now, Robocraft was that game where you build robots and they fight each other. And it's still got massively positive reviews from people who've played the current version, although I've played all the versions. The original game is vastly different to the current game. Now we'll quickly talk about it. Now, before obviously you have different types. You have walkers, then you have like spider legs, you have wheels, tracks, jet engines, helicopter blades. So you can make any kind of vehicle you like, only it goes up to like a certain amount of CPU base. You can see here they all say 2,000 apart from this one which says 10,000. Now, you can only play in public games up to 2,000 CPU. Once you go over 2,000 CPU, you can only play with a clan, if I remember correctly, because I was having a look at it. So they've changed that. Like custom game. You have to build your own. But the teams are extremely small, as you can see, which is a bit meh. Drag to drop players, so eh. Now before Battle Arena, we've got elimination. Wow. Pit mode. Wow. Team Deathmatch 5. Wow. Okay. Cool. So before, you used to have like multiple different levels of things. Now there's massive things in the area which are over like 10,000 called the Titans. The Titans, of course, these massive mechs. Now before, you could have up to like 15 robots or maybe 10 robots and a Titan on either side. So you had these really awesome battles where, you know, you had like a lot of vehicles which once destroyed you obviously had to start a new game. But you had massive battles. Now as you can see, battles are a little bit smaller. Like stupidly smaller. Quick play. Normal atmosphere, normal gravity, clear weather. Yeah. Wait, which mech am I in? But yeah, you have ops, you have controls. They've also changed how things work a lot. Now before, like in a tech tree, you unlock things and added more stuff to it. So you can see I've unlocked random things all over because new stuff's added. But you unlock tech by doing XP. And of course then you add in your weapons. Now, different level weapons of course require different amounts of CPU. The higher tier weapons require massive amounts of CPU. And apparently it can also upgrade. That's new to me. 48 seconds, wow. Actually quite surprised there's so many people playing. What actually mechs do I have? I have the Simulator, which is designed to be a high speed thing. Extremely cheap. Fly like a brick, which is literally a brick. The Scouter. Excuse me. This is my new one. I've been using it to shoot from walls of machine guns. This is my old one. It's literally a solid wall, but things have changed. Let's just bring in the Scouters on it. So yeah, it's 5 on 5 now. And your mechs respawn. Before obviously there was some in between stuff. Like there was they changed this year or two ago, or maybe 3 years ago now, which I don't like, but some people do. Before there was two types of game mode. Actually, there's technically three if you count the Titans. One was attack the enemy base. One was fight team deathmatch like up to 10, and there was also the Titan fights, which was obviously a big Titan. But the actual team deathmatch now, as you can see, is respawning. Before, once you died, you died. There's miniguns, grenade launchers, snipers. Obviously, you have shields and things like that. I am using miniguns. There we go. Yeah, using miniguns now. So you can shoot individual pieces off the enemy, which obviously makes it quite tough to kill things. But also really fun. Okay, he's healing me, but it's not going fast enough. I need to leave. Oh dear. But yeah, it used to be obviously the enemy would kill you, then you just leave the game. But now, of course, everything is respawn. Of course I have miniguns. Oh, he's shooting my guns off. You can obviously have different types of guns. As you can see, I'm pushing him back because he's got a medic. There we go. We should have carried on running. Should have carried on running. But yeah, having a medic is extremely powerful. Obviously snipers. But yeah, the bigger battles, of course, meant you had a lot more going on. If it did mean if you died, you died. Oh. That's the medic down. So if I've killed 3 and I've killed 1, oh, I've flipped. How do I reflip? Is it G? Oh, press F. Uh oh. Flipping explosion down. So yeah, certain weapons of course advantage in certain ways. You can only fire one type of weapon at once. So you can have multiple weapons, you can only fire them one after another. Obviously flyers are really powerful. But obviously sniper spiders are really powerful too, they just go off walls. And the big thing of course is if you shoot off enemies' legs or or weapons and stuff, they can't do anything. So you want to try and cripple the enemy. But yeah, I did like the old previous version. I liked the fact that Titans used to be in the battle. They're not, unless you make a custom map. I like the fact you still have massive battles and a big Titan in the map as well. Let's stay up there, okay. Go that one. Yeah, screw you. There's one down. So yeah, they should have stayed up on the hill. Okay. But yeah, minigun spider armor is really tough to deal with. Come on then. As you can see, not doing too well. Save the medic, save the medic. Kill that one. I'm not good at obviously long range stuff with miniguns. Another one down. Another one down. There we are. Obviously you have a defensive shield when they start until they can't move or start shooting. Okay, they're pushing that way. Gonna move. God, he's small, isn't it? You're down to one gun! You're down to one gun! Yeah, I'm dead. I don't know what my team is doing. As far as I can tell, they don't know how to play the game. Obviously, the medic is doing really well. The rest just seem to be hanging out and not supporting each other. The medic is actually the MVP of this game. The medic is bloody amazing. But they keep leaving him to the front line. Save the medic. Keep him at the back. Okay, we'll kill you first. Take the gun. Take the gun. Nah. There's like 2 other people behind me. Oh my god. Okay, I was going to ignore him. Oh, I flipped again. Elite Monster doesn't know how to play it, by far as I can tell. Okay, I'm going to push forwards with these guys. But yeah, depending on the mech you have, obviously, depends on what strategy you're using. Although in the past, it used to be a lot better because you obviously had a lot more troops on your side. finally charging his own. Being followed, we are. Good, good, good. Push, push, push. Go, go, go. Okay, that was entirely my fault. I should have checked who the team was with me. They'd all stayed inside. But yeah, it's still an okay shooter. It is, of course, free to play. It's just changed so much. The original game was significantly better. I like the fact that Titans used to be on the field. But they're not anymore. I can take the damage. I have a medic behind me. How can you take the damage? Nope. As you can see, because they don't have a medic, they can't take the damage. Oh, pull back, medic. We have lost though. Yeah, I had some better mechs than this, but obviously they were designed for a different style of gameplay. They're not really that good for this style of gameplay. Well, 4 of them, they're about to die. One of us is going to die. Like these smaller, low-level mechs. There wasn't miniguns in the past. Push back, push back, push back. Keep my mate alive. Where's everyone else? Okay. Oh, we have 2 medics. That explains a lot. There's an awful lot. Don't push, don't push! Be pushed. Okay. Okay. I did say don't push, I admit that. Yep, there we go, expected. Yeah, the medics were the MVPs of that one. Bloody hell. So yeah, when you obviously lose, who was the healer? I think it was the healer isn't here. The healer should. Hey, I'm gonna give it to you. So a lot of people obviously built better mechs. Also, it advertises premium all over the top. It makes this one obviously by selling your stuff. Come on. Who cares? Tech points are used to buy more research. Actually, a certain levels of tech points, so the higher the gear, the more tech points you need to unlock it. Mortars are new. Plasma used to exist. Actually, yeah, plasma was around, chain guns were not. Lasers were. Railguns were. Flak and Seekers weren't. EMP wasn't. Disc Shield wasn't either. There's items as well now. I can upgrade. And this is annoying. You can upgrade your items to do more damage. And that's... well, it's a slippery slope, isn't it? You can upgrade your weaponry so they do more damage. Now, it's only okay when you go against obviously a similar style and level enemies, but I don't know how well balanced the game currently is. Before, obviously, there were certain tiers, certain techs, and certain weight distributions. Like a heavily armoured tank would be classified as grenade tank. Then you have hover mech, hover medic. Or if it was flying, it'd be a bomber. There used to be grades and types. Obviously, like I said, big battles of up to 15 mechs, which are awesome. Although now what you get is this. So it's either team deathmatch with 5, or you're fighting to control a base with 5. Before, well, it wasn't a core. You still had this. You had, like, obviously team deathmatch with like 10, 15 mechs. You had the Titans 10, 15 mechs. I can't remember, was the base 5 mechs with respawns? I think the base was different. The base could... The deathmatch had a capture base. I think actual bases had capture points, but no core. What you do is you gather energy from the capture points, and then it fires a massive beam at the enemy shield. Long range minigun up, machine gun up. Nothing I can do about that though. One down. Miniguns, 2 snipers, 2 long range snipers. This is BS. Gonna die. Yep. And respawn time is like 20 seconds. It's too long to be out of a game. What is this? I've got a single level 5 railgun. Oh, and a minigun. I don't think we're going to win this. That does not seem like a good mech. Let's just go up. Obviously, if you want to have something like this, you usually go for like snipers and things. Although I noticed you will slide off bases really easily. Okay, go, go, go. Gotta get that railgun. Where'd he go? But yeah, dying in this, obviously, 20 seconds is a massive amount of time. And as far as I can tell, some of these weapons just insta-kill you. Like, a railgun can wipe out an entire base. If it wipes out the blocks which are connected to the rest of your mech, that part will drop off. Now before, you used to have like a little cockpit. If the cockpit was hit, you insta-die. But they got rid of the cockpit because snipers were insta-killing entire mechs. Like, you get enough snipers, you fire enough at the same time, oh, you obviously, lose. Yeah, screw you. As far as I can tell, certain weapons like that, what am I meant to do with that? Sheesh. I don't get the weapon, it just insta-kills people. And this stupid weapon, it's got 1 kill. I've only got 1 kill, 3 deaths. I'm doing worse. I've done second most damage, least objectives. I'm actually one of the worst players on the game. Can't wipe that. Their entire team is there. Get ready. Here they come, camping. And this is what I'm talking about. I don't get how it decides team balance, because it is completely utterly unbalanced. That mech literally killed everything. As far as I can tell, the entire team ignores it. And obviously, you destroy the crystal, you get more. But no, I'm not a good match for this. It's got miniguns against 2 snipers. So yeah, there you go. So, yes, people still like it. Obviously, there's very few mech-based free games out there. It's changed a lot. An awful lot. Like, I only remembered it because it literally just popped up, said it had an update. It exists. You can still play it if you want to. 13 kills, 4 assists. Yeah, that was totally balanced. Totally bloody balanced. And I don't get how the balancing works. Like, the first game we had 2 healers and no flyers. Where, as far as I can tell, the enemy had like lots of damage dealing and a flyer. It's like, I don't really get it. They can upgrade your base to 10k, but let's face it, you won't be using it unless you have friends to play with. If you're just doing random battles, you're not going to play that. Change your avatar, what we got? Why not? Who really cares? Now, what else we got in the actual mechs I've made? The Praetorian was my original. I think it was mostly lasers, but it's obviously not as good as it used to be. The Simulator is a really quick little mech designed for speed. What's this? Oh, I was building something new, weren't I? Yeah. I'm mostly minigunning lately. But yeah, I like the Scouts. It's very heavily armoured, but of course, certain weapons will instantly destroy the armour. Like, obviously this armour is meant to be high level, it has like more points in it. Let's go back in. One more. Oh, I thought I'd show you before things end how you actually build stuff. You actually look on the left, this is your CPU, your health, and your speed. You can just see what tier ranking you are. Obviously the tier ranking is where it puts you into battle. Now it's obviously tier 1 versus tier 1, tier 2 versus tier 2, and so on. The actual way to build is pretty easy. As you can see, you fly around. Let's see, upgrade bay. You press tab to pick up your blocks, and you just press left click to place them. Right click to get rid of them. Very, very simple. Now I'm showing this because I'm going to have a bit of a cut where I couldn't find my match, but I just thought I'd show it. So you put an army, put in pieces. Obviously there's a certain CPU level, it goes up to 2k. As you can see, I have a lot of tier 1 and tier 5 stuff. It depends on how you build your unit to how it looks. Like you can have Seekers, which are missiles which lock on. You can have Aeroflak to bring down those pesky flyers. You can have different things for different situations. And also different skills. Now, as you can see, this is why this mech dies. There's nothing in the middle. Once the armour goes, everything else goes too. But it is what it is. It survives a lot of hits. Yeah. Okay, no more. It took 10 minutes to find a match, so I just stopped. Anyway, I've been a Fallen Shogun. It's been a look back at something I used to play a lot of. Obviously, my score, name, and level doesn't really... Level 92. Show how much I used to play it. But I have a lot of hours in this game, back when it first came out. And I loved the first version. I really did. But I'm not a fan of the current version. Like, I'd very much like to see the bigger battles again. I'd very much like to see, obviously, you know, more people, more sides. But 5v5... I don't know. Some more people are enjoying it. If you like it, definitely go check it out. But yeah, I think my past, I had a better view of it than I do now. And hopefully you've enjoyed looking at it. Some people probably haven't known about this game. Some people probably have. But either way, ciao for now. Be awesome, be epic. And I'll see you in the next Throwback Thursday.